you take out those pants in the middle of this podcast, I'm gonna flip my shit.
If I take off my pants, or if he does.
No,
Yeah.
no, if he takes out my pants in the middle of the
Wow.
podcast.
Oh, God. Alright. Give me 1 sec.
Wow.
Alright.
I'm kind of thirsty.
Oh, there's a well right here.
There's a well over here.
Oh, right, okay.
We that remain. Damn it! I typed it in wrong. Not We That Remain podcast. Sweet it, bud. Whatever.
Yeah.
If I can change the title of it, well then. Oh well. Yeah. Whatever. It's okay. Just let me know. Alright, I'm recording it. It's live. It's a live stream.
Woo! Hello.
Hello.
I'm usually drunk when I do these. I'm sorry if I'm awkward. Sober right now.
No, that's fine. I am not sober, but I'm unwilling to say when
Alright.
what, in case.
Yeah.
Ah. Well,
Right, okay.
let's keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Alright,
I mean, just saying that says a lot, though.
explains quite a bit. Alright,
Love
welcome
the suit, Boom.
Oh, thank you, yeah. Yeah, actually, you know, me and Meatball here had a discussion about what we wanted in game, and, you know,
A bright white suit.
made sure to include
I
him.
said all white.
Yeah.
I had
So-
my whole outfit down to a T. I knew exactly what to order. Thank you, Black, for trying to help.
On the boots.
I don't really know what happened with your hat and pants, really.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, me too. Really odd that they just disappeared.
It's not like anybody has a track record for taking Catalina's trousers or anything.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Ah, alright. Oh, you know
Are you
what?
gonna tell the server that we're live, or what?
Yeah, we're live. But I'm gonna check my stream.
Are
just
we
to
live
make
and
sure
He already said that, yeah.
I can hear
Yeah, is
Meatball.
the whole server knows we're here? Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check, see if I can hear Meatball.
Meatball go ah la 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 la.
Oh, I'm supposed to be talking right now? Yeah.
Yep, make loads of noise. Good.
Oh, I'm supposed to be talking right now? Yeah.
Yep, make loads of noise. He should be. It's in game. He should definitely be.
Talking right now? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I can hear him. Alright, I just
Beyond
wanted,
that noise.
yeah, I just
Just
wanted to
in
double
case, you're right.
check in case, like last time we did the whole podcast.
The
Yeah.
whole thing.
That was
Yeah.
kind of annoying, yeah.
Yeah, that was a shame. Because there was like a bombshell moment in there where I was like, oh my god. But anyway, we might get back around to that at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
So, yeah, you probably have a schedule laid up
Gotcha.
Boom, of questions and stuff to ask.
Yeah, 5.
Do
Yeah,
you? Oh, no, we've lost Boom. You there?
10. Okay, no problem.
Oh no.
I'm busy.
Oh,
It's fine, sorry. Alright,
Oh, wow,
welcome.
okay.
he's back, yeah. No.
So welcome to We The Podcast. Coming to you from, where are we at, Maple?
This is Black Lake.
Black Lake.
Black Lake.
Yeah.
Coming to you from the swampy, muddy Black Lake. We have Meatball here. And I'm the Boom, and this is my co-host. I can actually look at her now when I say it.
Yeah, hello. I'm Wala. And this is our custom built podcast location, actually.
It's
Which is
beautiful.
important to thank Mr. Lectarg here for providing us with. and is actually amazing. I love it.
Yeah, that's
It
a
was a
good.
lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, cool.
We would be able to.
What?
Could we use these from now on for podcasts? If this
Yeah,
location.
that's kind of, the point of
That's
the
what it's
whole
for.
location.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
This was I asked him to, and he said it wouldn't take long or be too much of a pain in the ass, and here we are. So it's really cool.
Wow.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I
I
know.
love it.
Did your little digging around here?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish we could build like this in game, but
You
unfortunately
can't.
not
You
yet.
can't. Oh.
Not do it
Okay.
in game. Well, I mean, yeah, you can't place the table while you're in game, but
Oh,
can
you have
build
to
these
do it
kind of
from the back
locations.
end. Like, yeah. God, it would be good if you could move the furniture around. That'd be a major improvement. Holy shit.
yeah, that would be really big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use
Yeah.
that new I remember somebody talking about there was a new like program you could use to work on the files. Have you tried that
I
out
mean,
or?
it's not really a new program. It's called Daisy Editor. It's been around for a while, but they recently updated it so it saves. You place these things inside of it. It's basically running Daisy offline on your computer, and you get access to all these things, and you place them on the map, and it saves it as the correct file system
Wow.
or file format. Yeah. So it takes away the work of having to set and convert just locations into the correct format.
Wow.
So it saves a
okay.
lot of time.
That's
A lot of
load of
time
work.
doing
Yeah.
coding.
Yeah. Ooh. And is it like really as simple as you can just like place whatever you want? Like all the different files are there for you to pick and choose, and like this wasn't like something put together by somebody else, and like I don't know,
No,
like
I did this. I mean, this was just a patch of grass. If you go
yeah.
on a video map, there's nothing here. Nothing.
Uh-huh.
It's just grass and trees. That's it.
Hmm.
There's still a lot of assets we can't use.
Okay.
We're quite limited still. Take these, for example, the fence over there. Those are actually gates. Because we can't access any fencing, any walling. Can't access
Okay.
small things like debris and beds and all that. But
Hmm.
a lot of the stuff can be used.
That's
No.
still so cool.
It is. It really is beautiful. When I first got here, it took me a minute to breathe it all in. I remember that video you showed me, but what am I doing running around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I've
gorgeous.
added a few things
Yeah.
since then.
So for anybody who's just listening, our guest today is Swedish Meatball / Lektarg, who is admin and like big boss of We That Remain server. So it's an honor to get him on here, to be honest, because he does so much stuff for the server, and he is literally like sort of the what would you say, like the
The
you know,
man.
you can't really get much unless we actually manage to like convince Lycos to get in here. But Meatball actually does, like, you are part of the community and you're very active on the Discord and you're always like around, you know what I mean? And it's really cool to see that level of involvement and stuff as well, just to say. But it's good to have you on here.
I do spend an unhealthy amount of time on Discord. Yeah.
It makes a difference.
I mean,
it means that somebody up there
the
cares,
things that the
you know?
community sees is probably only a third of what I do.
Yeah, of
Discord.
course. Yeah, of course. Like changing roles and fiddling around with bloody... Oh, no,
Yeah,
I can't.
and discussing
I'm
all
getting
the
flashbacks.
tickets and
Yeah.
keeping staff in
No,
check.
fair play to you. Like, yeah, but it's great to see that you actually like talk to the community and stuff as well. And I see you like, you know, you're that's kind of rare enough from an admin as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's good to, like as I said it there a second ago, know that somebody up there actually cares. You know what I mean? And we'll go to lengths like this to build something like this for two basically just ordinary players on the server who are just
Mhm.
making like a podcast, which is really, really
No, I
awesome.
mean,
Like, thank you so
the
much.
community enjoys the podcasts. They're fun. A lot of people are excited to be in it. So I mean, it's a small thing just to say you're appreciated.
Oh no,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for no. Thank you for even coming on, doing this a second time. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
for the record, we did actually do a full-length podcast. Pretty much, we were like wrapping up by the time that it was discovered that his audio
Yep.
wasn't broadcasting, even though his settings were saved.
Yeah, and someone was like, "Yeah, can't hear him."
Yeah,
We've been
yeah, it
talking
was
for an hour
Patrick.
and a half.
Patrick's a hero.
Yeah, I don't even really mind
Yeah.
anyway. I had so much fun talking to you the first time, and I wanted to talk to you some more anyway. So that was like a warm up, I guess. But
Exactly, yeah.
that's
Sure,
so
I mean,
that
there's been loads happening even.
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Uh-huh. No, so that's your role. You I think we talked about it a little bit last time.
The
You're the head.
head of operations. I'm supposed to be the all over view on everything,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Do you have any
Yeah,
help?
it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, do you have any
Yeah,
help
I
with the
do.
coding, or is
Of
that
course.
purposely just you right now?
Coding right now, it's me doing it. Before the iteration, it was me and Lycos, but updating everything is just me.
Hmm.
So when you get a new
Yeah.
DayZ patch comes out, is that like is there a
Most of it
lot of work that
updates
goes?
automatically.
Oh.
No, most of it updates automatically, but things like adding in, since we have a custom loot pool, we need to add in the new items
Mm.
manually, but that's just a copy paste. So, and then just add in stuff like if they added things like the medical tent thing on Krasn Airfield, just gotta tell the game to spawn stuff in those tents. There's just some minor things you need to do when you update.
Cool. At least somebody knows how to fucking do it. Like, if
Mhm.
all that stuff is just like completely might as well be like an alien language from the planet Splat. Like, I just have no idea. I just have no idea. Like, it's like completely beyond my level of reasoning. Like,
Yeah, it looks like the Matrix code.
yeah. It's like, yeah. Thank God somebody knows how to do it.
It's not really hard. It's a text based. I mean, it's almost like HTML. It's just getting to know what file does what thing and which file does it work with. And
Yeah,
we go
but
back
my
and forth, back and forth.
the extent of my knowledge of HTML was copying pasting things for my MySpace page when I was like 11 or something. Yeah, so no, it's like complete and utter gobbledygook. So I'm delighted that there is somebody on the server who cares enough, who plays, who talks to the community, who like, you know, knows how to do coding. That is a rare thing on a server. You know, like it's something to be appreciated, I think. You see, I get defensive of all the admins because I see people are like, they should do this, they should do that. It's like, you know, wait until you're actually in that seat yourself and see how fucking easy it is to do this stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not that easy.
Some things are, I mean, they're not hard, but they're time consuming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the other side
Find
of
the
it. Like,
sweet spot right here where I don't get too
Mhm.
warm. Yeah, that's the place. I mean, just
Good stuff.
stuff like balancing the loot economy is a pain in the ass. People say, oh, can you increase this or can you decrease that? One item, I increase it and it will infect the spawns of 15 other items.
Really?
And then people will be like, oh, I can't find this anymore. Yeah, I increased that one, then those items might not spawn as much anymore, and people will say increase that, then we increase it again, and something else will not spawn as much, and people will be like, oh, I can't find any yada yada, whatever anymore. And it's a never ending story.
Yeah, and you can't ever tell if people are just being unlucky, which does happen, or if they're really like really struggling to find stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah, Daisy
if
is
you
a
want to
very
know what,
special game in that sense.
yeah,
Some people could be finding tens of some items, while someone
yes,
finds maybe one or two a week. When
yeah.
it's just odd in that way.
I think it's like, I mean, I love all spooky kinds of stuff, but I think that Daisy has its own has its own ideas sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
got its
Supergirl.
own
Supergirl
oh
like a
yeah,
intro.
quirky car or
definitely
something.
feels like
It's
it.
got its own thing. Yeah. Really, you really actually agree with me. I thought you were going to call me crazy. Holy shit!
What
Cool.
would we call it? I mean, Daisy, it's like you search for something for hours, hours, and hours, and you find it once, and then all of a sudden you find it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mm.
oh, I only need metal wire to finish my base. Oh, I'll be searching for 3 days, and then when you have that and you finished your base, it's like, oh, look, metal wire. Oh, look, metal wire.
Yeah. Start
Mhm.
spawning right
Mhm.
next to your base.
Mhm.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's shocking. It's really shocking. Like, I do think it has a character of its own. It just chooses to fuck with you sometimes.
Yeah, it's fun though. I mean, like to me personally, I don't know how you guys feel. But go ahead. When I see like increase sewing kits or something or yada yada yada, it's like a I don't know. Sometimes you just roll your eyes. It's like, man, it encourages you to go out there and get to know your other
And
fellow role players.
yeah, to leave your comfort zone. Like I'm a terrible campfire hugger, and I've been called out on it a lot lately, so I'm trying to stop it. Um, but like at the same time, I do have a business to run, so I'm not going to go too hard on myself. But I've been trying to get out of the place. But yeah, finding stuff to trade is going to be the next big thing. Because if you want to do anything, like you have to find stuff that you need to do it. Like, do you know what I mean? And I need nails at the minute, so this is meta. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Never mind. I'm thinking about other stuff. I can actually get up
Well, I
and
mean,
leave when I
everyone
listen
needs
to it.
things.
I know everybody needs nails, yeah, but like it does actually encourage you, as you say, to get up off your arse and go and find stuff. Like I badly need a gun cleaning kit. My poor little thing is. Sorry, I'm complaining now. I'm doing the thing, but gun cleaning kits are
Increase,
Well, I
genuinely
mean,
in short
increase
supply.
gun
you
cleaning
have
kits.
several options then. I mean, either you spend a lot of time looting for it. If
Mm,
you live far away, it's gonna be a hassle sometimes
mm,
because you have to move long distances, or you pay
mm-hmm.
someone to go out and find it for you. That's also a
Yeah.
roleplay option. Or you go on the radio and trade for it. Because believe it or not, there's gonna be someone out there that needs something else and got what you have, what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
In 90% of the cases. Of course, if you're gonna look for a high tier gun and wanna trade it for a teddy, it's not gonna happen. But
Yeah. Obviously, I still I have a lot of people going through, and there's still no gun cleaning kits. Like everybody coming through is looking for them. Just saying, okay, all right, that's my last thing I'm gonna say. There may be a problem, but we
I
don't know.
died with 3 gun cleaning kits on me just the other day.
Bastard. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right. Yeah, but it is going to affect everything else if you turn it up again anyway. So like, people just have to deal. Shoot
Yeah,
less.
yeah, I like it. I like the current.
Even I've been.
I love the current loot economy.
Yeah. I
So,
love it too. I love
not
the
too
fact that
If it
easy.
food
was
is
up
not
to me,
too
I would be. It would be even stricter. But
I'd
I
like it
am a
stricter.
sucker for really hardcore survival.
Yeah, you actually were the one who pointed
Unfortunately.
it out, and in the ideas discussion that time, you were saying that there's a clear split in server between the people who just want RP to be all interactions, and people who believe that the environment has a strong bearing on the RP. And yeah, I was just wondering, like, if you thought any about like bridging that gap somehow. You know what I mean? Because it is a split.
Yeah, it is a split, and I think we're sort of bridging that gap because it's not too easy at the moment, and it's not also abundant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, people
it
say
isn't
stuff like,
illegal.
"Oh, decrease the infected. This is getting ridiculous." But also, if you get your clothes trashed all the time, that adds on to a lot of factors that will impact how the game behaves for you. You will get colder. You will need more food, and food being scarce, that forces you to go out there more. There's a thought behind it. It's not just that I want things to be hard and people to suffer. It's not. But
Yeah.
it's
No,
not
it gives you
also
some
at the level
challenges.
where you will die 20 times before you get established. It's
I
not
mean, like,
ridiculously
yeah.
hard.
I don't think so. It was very hard when the iteration first started. But I still only took like 3 tries to get going. You know what I mean? It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the spawns were very concentrated around 4 locations, more or less.
Okay.
Bunkers. So a lot of people were in the same towns, and loot just doesn't respawn that quickly.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
some people were lucky, like me. I had a backpack full of food before the first hour was ended.
Yeah, you were probably right on there. That's great.
Other people were dying left and right.
Yeah, it did take me a little bit to get established, but I got lucky. But I think was late to the start anyway, so I think I caught the back end of it being crazy, and I think then you spread out the spawns a bit, and I think that's when I got started. So yeah, because I remember spawning in a completely different, because I was getting used to them. You know what I mean? But it only took a couple of tries. Wasn't too bad. Yeah. How have you been? You've been playing a bit more, have you? Out on the
A
server?
little bit here and there. I mean, I work full time. I manage the server, and I do have 2 kids, so
Yeah.
it takes up a lot of time. I got maybe 2 or 3 hours every second night to play, but
Yeah, that's
sometimes those hours are eaten up by doing admin stuff.
Yeah.
Time-consuming
That's fair enough.
tickets, sitting and checking through logs for offline raids and stuff like that, checking player locations. It takes up a lot of
Yeah.
time, but
I can
it
imagine.
is what it is. I get to have my fun time too.
Is there like, yeah, I know it's all sort of, it does kind of all rest on your shoulders. Are you thinking about maybe opening up or is it all you have to do it kind of thing? Like, do you think you'd ever get some help on the back end?
It's not that it's only me that does it, but I maybe take on a little bit too much responsibility upon myself.
Oh, well, fair play to you, because somebody needs to do it.
And also, I'm the only European with access to logs and stuff like that. And for some weird reason, it's always around, like, say, midnight to 1 a.m., 2 a.m. US time when these reports start piling in.
Okay.
And most of the other staff team is in bed. I've just woken up, so it's usually me that starts off dealing with it.
Wow. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Good
Shit.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun waking up seeing 15 tickets opened.
Oh dear.
At least the server is active, because most of the times there's just support tickets. People ask things they want to know. They have questions about rules or whatever. It's not always bad when there's a lot of tickets. Sometimes it gets a bit tiring because we do have some random people coming in and within their first day they offline rate 5 bases or something.
Oh, yeah. How often does stuff like that happen?
Not super often, but unfortunately too often, I would say.
Yeah. You just can't tell, like, you know what I mean? You can't always be watching it.
No. I mean, we do have a very, or not very, but kind of extensive whitelist application, and people still spend their time doing all that, answering all that question, writing up a backstory and everything. But still, just to break the rules.
Yeah, it almost seems like a waste of time on one's self to spend so much time going through the whitelist
Absolutely.
process, and then first day,
Yeah,
it's like what?
I don't understand it. I definitely don't. I don't get it.
No, that's a joke. Like time wasters, like they, I don't know. Like it's like a virus. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a very tight run ship. I'll say that. Anytime I've had to make a ticket
Mhm.
about anything, it's always, within 5 minutes at the
Yeah, you're
most.
on the ball. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
We
great
do try
team.
our best. Yeah, it is. It is. There's a lot of people active in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who do we
even
recommend?
if like say when you open the ticket, you only meet maybe one or two staff members, but we
Hmm.
usually discuss everything in the back end as a team. So there might be
Hmm.
like 5, 6 people involved in resolving your ticket,
Oh.
Yeah,
but
cool.
you don't really know it.
No, I didn't know. I
Wow,
thought I
thank
was just
you.
the person you were talking to. So other mods can see the ticket as well.
Everyone sees every mod sees every ticket,
Hmm.
and we have a ticket discussion channel. We
Okay,
ask
cool.
each other questions and try to collectively help each
Come up
other
with an
and
answer.
maybe make decisions, stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, because it's like it gives me more of a perspective on stuff like politics, even like office politics and stuff. Because like to be fair, it's like a team working together, and you have all of the problems that come with people, like clashes of personality. You get people with like whatever excuses or whatever kind of person that they are. You get all sorts of them, and you have to manage them, and it actually like it feels like politics sometimes, doesn't it? It's like really like you sometimes have some really challenging, even moral questions to like talk it through and stuff about what's allowed and what isn't, and it's really kind of difficult. Like, I don't know.
I mean, people overall are difficult.
Yeah, yeah. I have to go to bed in a few minutes, Boom. I'm really
Oh my
sorry.
god.
Yeah, no, I did. I don't know if Lectarg was warned, but I did actually say that I didn't have that long to be on tonight. But look, it was an absolute pleasure, and I hope you stay on and talk a bit more. But I unfortunately have to go. Thank you again so much for this. This is so cool. And we'll be back again. Awesome. All
I
right.
bet.
Night, Boom.
Yeah, thank you, Wyla. Thank you for coming on and doing what you had to
That works too, yeah.
do. Just give her a quick exit there. Yeah, I saved her 15 seconds. So when to like kind of jump back on role playing, you were remember we were talking about this earlier before, but you're in Devil's Castle, right? When
Yeah, it was.
the big cannibal thing was going down.
The big cannibal raid with the Cobblestone family. It was a fun, interesting thing. The whole server just hated us.
Right. It was a non anyone your buddy ran into at that point in time was like, hey, watch out for this cannibal's here, this cannibal's there. And then I remember the CDC, they got wiped out in like 5 minutes, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people who were in the CDC from the beginning became a bit inactive. So it wasn't really that hard to decide that we were gonna wipe the CDC.
Yeah.
Just bring something new to push the server a little bit, to push a bit of story. We had cannibals kill off or take over the CDC base, more or less.
No, it definitely worked. Because that became the talk of the town really, really quickly. And then it led to very great roleplay moments. Like we had Culture
Yeah,
Wall on here.
killing the journalist that made also a lot of people pissed off.
Yeah. Were you there? So were you there on that day that like what the God, it was like 30 people attacked the castle?
On the raid, yeah, yeah, I was.
Hmm.
I mean, we never expected we were gonna survive. Was the issue of was it an event? Was it not? Was it a raid? Should we apply raid timer rules and all that? Or do we just allow people to keep continuing raiding no matter how long it takes? And then people thought that if you took part in the initial, because there were like 2 waves of it. And if you took part in the first wave, you couldn't take part in the second because of the rules. Some people were a bit disappointed. I know that. Because they felt like they were cheated of the opportunity to take part because first raid happened.
Oh. Eh. Yeah, it was quite the. That seemed like the major, one of the major backbones of the roleplay story last generation. It felt like almost anybody we talk to on the podcast has a story to share about the Devil's Castle raid. Did you see?
I bet they do.
Yeah. So when you were there, did you see like the carnage and were you killing people actively or?
I mean, I killed one person. That's it. During that raid. But I saw a lot of the bodies. There were like 6 people who died to 1 grenade.
Yeah.
Not actually thrown from the inside. That was a team kill from the attackers.
Yeah, I've heard
That
that.
was quite funny. Someone tried to toss a grenade over the walls and didn't really succeed. So that kind of put a damper on the whole assault because, I mean, 5 or 6 people died within the first 5 minutes.
Big first wave comes in and just blows themselves up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like these guys are nuttier than the cannibals.
I mean, that place was hard to breach, though. Lycos did a lot of coding to add extra walls and put the stop to any gaps in the castle. Just the regular Devil's Castle isn't as fortified as it was during that raid or during that whole iteration.
Yeah, it was really like one entry,
One entry and one small crack that you could squeeze through.
Hmm.
But that one was easy to cover. That's actually where I got my kill. Sniped someone's head.
Right in the crack.
Poor fella.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a big part of last season. It was fun. Like I said, I didn't think we were gonna live because at one point people were really close to getting into the main compound. But that's also when their numbers kind of went low. And we killed a few that made it halfway through the gate. People just stopped attacking.
Yeah, it's such phew, a lot of major deaths, character deaths too at the time from people that were already highly established in the world.
Yeah, take the priest for example. I mean, that speech he made to rally before the raid. That's good.
Oh yeah, that
Good guy.
yeah, that was my when we Breather Main had that RP scene competition, and Father Josiah won because of that speech, which was they could have got anybody pumped up. That was kind of like goosebump kind of moment.
Yeah, it was really fun to see when being on the other side and seeing it the next day.
Right. Yeah, you got like all these brave. It's like the movie Braveheart. You know, you think these guys are gonna go in there and just exterminate all the cannibals, and they do this big
Yeah,
speech.
we were just inside. Oh, I mean, during the time before, we were just inside role playing, and it was like, ha ha ha, they're gonna come to us, a lot of free meat, stupid meat bags.
Right. And it ends up just being true. You just you got a bunch of meat sacrifices.
Hmm.
Is there anything you can talk about roleplay wise that have you been through a character on this current iteration? Like life
I,
to death?
I could talk about one very, very random character I recently did. Because I was part of one of the events that we have done recently, and during that event, I killed myself. So I had to respawn. Got a kind of a off spawn. There was only 2 houses close by. I couldn't find anything to eat, no knife, no nothing. I could hear a chicken, but yeah, no knife, no luck. And there was just forest all the way around me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna just undress and run towards that cliff and kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 seconds after, someone else comes running down the road. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you undressed? It's like, fuck, I gotta think. What do I say? I just look down at myself. I'm like, what? Why am I not wearing any clothes? Where are we? Basically, no short-term, long-term memory. Kept asking who I am, who are you, where are we? Keep forgetting stuff. Scream whenever someone shot. He wasn't really accustomed to the end of the world thought. So this guy I met, he helped me a bit, gave me some clothing, some food. We went to another community, met some other people, but I still couldn't really get a grasp of my memory. So I kept asking why I wasn't wearing any pants, and people finally started calling me Pants. Pants, though, he had a huge bleeding in his brain, it turned out. Or that's the way I used to explain his death. I started feeling sick. I don't know if I ate something stupid or what it was. I started puking, my health started degenerating. So I went into the cabin and I got some sleep to feel better. Then I died.
Just went out in a nap.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
it's a very chance encounter. You just run into the woods with no clothes to go get a
yeah,
respawn, and
I was definitely not expecting someone to be there. It was just a road. I mean, in the middle of the woods, 2 houses, nothing much. But I had a lot of fun playing with these 2 people that I met. They were really, really nice to Pants.
that sounds like an interesting character. I have seen some people play like an alt, kind of a little bit with Alzheimer's in the game. Uh, it's kind of cool to see it.
Yeah, this wasn't all times. This was a whole other level. It was like no long term, no short term memory. Every
Yeah.
2 minutes, it's like, do I know you? Who are you? It's like, yeah, I'm blah blah blah. What's your name? It's like, oh yeah, name. I do have one. I just couldn't come up with one,
Yeah,
so I kept pretending
yeah.
not to have one, not to remember. At one point, I even took the name of the other person I was role playing with. It's like, oh wait, I think I remember something. Oh yeah, it's Dingo. Yeah, that's my name. Like, I'm Dingo. Oh fuck, yeah.
Oh no, that would be fun to see, man. Somebody constantly restarting every 5 minutes, just the memory reboots.
Hmm. Something like that.
Yeah.
I was just looking around and saying, oh, why am I not wearing any pants? Someone came with some pants to me and dropped them. I was like, oh, you already got pants. Like, yeah, but you don't. Oh, what? Stupid, improvised, just was trying to kill myself, and of course, I'm gonna run into someone.
Yeah. I'm glad it worked.
So, okay, change your plans.
Yeah, I think I remember reading about something in the journal about this guy that
Yeah.
forgot his name every 5 minutes. He didn't know who it was.
I mean, the people I met, they went along with it very, very well.
That's good.
I felt kind of bad telling them afterwards that what was the real reason that it wasn't really a thought out character and purposefully being like that.
Right.
It's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Just a completely random chance, and I rolled with it. And rolled with it.
Also played an event character as a father whose child had gone astray. Those were interesting hours. It was supposed to be another event team member in the woods, not far from the house, but they died waiting for us to come find them. So I had to improvise again, and they respawned, came to another town, and went on the radio. I was like, "Oh, that's my son!" And then we just ran over to that town, but gas strike happened.
Ooh.
So he wasn't there again. And I mean, the group of people that were with me, they were really, really supportive of Bill. He even went into a barn, pulling out a gun. He's gonna shoot himself, but they talked him out of it. Eventually, though, after 2 days in-game searching, he gave up. He jumped from a tower, killed himself.
Couldn't find him. Good. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that event, or hearing an announcement here. That's Oh God, I'm having a brain fart here. Man, like I said, I'm usually lubed up with a couple of beers first.
Yeah. Struggling to be sober. Harsh life.
I gotta go to work in 2 hours, so I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't drink anything.
No, probably should. If you're going to work. Well, if we cut this up, will the fly stop?
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Co-host checked out there.
It's also laying right next to a big turd.
That's what she is.
No, that's not what she is. There's a piece of poop here
Ah,
on the ground.
yeah, I was trying
That's
to pick that up
actually
earlier.
stupidly enough in the files.
Oh my God.
Can't pick it up, but it's there
I
for some
Wow.
second reason.
I didn't realize that's what that actually was. Earlier I thought it was like a green pepper that was clipping through the floor. Like a spoiled green pepper, but wow, that's
Just had to try it. There's also like a piss stain and vomit and blood.
good God. So you can actually take like that poop and put it wherever you want it to in the server.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know what's the purpose of it, but yeah. You can.
Can I have like a pit?
Those are funny sometimes.
A poop pit? People get thrown in.
Yeah, spawn a mountain.
Oh man, that's amazing. Like this whole little cabin over here is. I suppose this netting probably keeps it from getting wet too, doesn't it? When it rains.
I don't really know if it does, but it would be nice if that's the case. I can't remember if we got wet before the podcast. It was raining a little bit.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do now, right? It's just like completely have complete control over the weather, right?
Not complete control. There's 4 factors we can actually adjust. It's overcast, wind speed, duration of the rain, and thunder. Those are the things we can control. So, I mean, with more wind and more rain, more overcast, of course it's gonna be a colder climate. Even though we can't just go in the files and say, oh, lower the temperature.
Okay, yeah.
But we could make it, I mean, we could change so it's less frequent, but it rains for a whole day instead, in-game.
Right.
Instead of being 10-15 minutes 2-3 times a day, just make it rain for 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Can you do thunder
not at all.
without rainfall, or is that?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think it should be possible. I haven't really messed around with it,
Yeah.
but I think it should be possible to do thunder without rain.
Yeah, 'cause it really, yeah, especially like nighttime, you know, real spooky atmosphere, you know.
Yeah, just seeing the lightning is really cool. I mean, if you make it really intense, with a lot of strikes, that could be a really cool thing to have.
Yeah. Daisy can be real. There's a few times at night, you know, when you're just by yourself playing Daisy at nighttime, where the game can kind of be really like a horror, you know, a horror game at times.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you don't have any proper lighting, nighttime and infected can be a big nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just running down a road and all of a sudden there's a few houses, but you can't really see. You've been following the edge of the road without any proper lighting. So you have a glow stick as a freshie. And all of a sudden there's 10, 15, 20 infected around you. You gotta go find somewhere to hide. That's really intense sometimes.
Yeah.
Or even worse, if you're an established character and you still for some reason don't have any light source, and you happen to be in that situation. You don't want to die because you have, say, a backpack full of what you need to build your base. It adds a lot to have nights be dark. There's a risk going out because if you use a light source, someone else has a higher probability of seeing you.
Right. No, it's definitely creates some spooky moments, especially when you get a little bit of lightning, a little thunder. How was the Oh yeah, I want to talk to you about the prologue.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah, what was it? What did you think about that? I personally I loved it, but how did you feel though with just the 3 towns and doing the coding for that, and then any role play that you got out of the prologue in general, or?
Me personally didn't get much. I didn't have a lot of time playing during the time the prologue was, because I was working on the main iteration and still doing all the regular staff duties for the prologue. So I played a little bit, but not much. But also got to see a lot what's going on in here. People seem to have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a clusterfuck of rule breaks at times, but yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. There was a lot of people though that I haven't seen since. So I think somebody I was talking to said it kind of weeded out the rule
Oh yeah,
breakers.
they read some of the rule breakers for sure. I think during the short time the prologue was, we banned probably more people than we have during this iteration.
Oh, good God.
The prologue was like 3 weeks, and we're at least 2 months almost into the current one.
Yeah. Is that something I think I saw it suggested somewhere? Is that something you would want to see again moving forward? Like a prologue
I mean,
before a
it's
season?
not. It's not really about what I want or the staff team wants. If the community says, "Yeah, we want another prologue," we will think of some way to make up a good lore behind it and make it happen. Definitely not in the same exact way as we did last time. We'll expand on the idea. The prologue was thrown together in 1 week. The whole lore, the coding, everything. The birth of the idea. So, yeah. 1 week and then we open up for it. Pretty much. I mean, if we do a prologue, we might take a little bit more time to think it through.
Yeah, it really worked out perfectly too with the update. You know, they gave you the gas zones, and how much do you think? Let's just say, out of curiosity, it's just like a what if scenario. Like by the end of this iteration, who knows how long that is from now? Like all of a sudden, people in the community wanted like the entire map to just be gassed out, almost like 80% of the map. Would that be something realistically possible to do?
I wouldn't even know. I mean, I don't think anyone has tested the limits, but I think if we were to gas out that much of the map, there should be a little bit issue with performance, probably.
Yeah.
But we could also just, I don't know, keep increasing the gas, and maybe doing it in smart ways, forcing people to come together into one area. That could be a cool way too.
Oh yeah, like a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah, just put a string of it, and just keep moving that string so it's like, okay, there's a whole gas cloud coming, but essentially it's just one string of them.
Yeah.
Pushing people to new locations, forcing people together, especially.
Yeah, this current iteration has been quite the I don't know, it feels like it just gets better every day. Something about it.
I mean, there's been a whole other way of playing. I mean, some people say it's too slow, but I think sometimes for really deep story and good stories to develop, it takes more than 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Some people like to play it and maybe really go into it and take their time. And I think as long as people still play and enjoy, and there's more stories evolving and new conflicts arise, I don't really see a reason why we should rush things and because people want something new. You can always create something new within the current setting.
Yeah.
Of course, if you want something that's a whole different setting of the server, of course that's not going to happen all of a sudden. There's not just going to be heaps and heaps of loot everywhere.
Right. No, I know. I hear what you're saying. I think it's there should be a lot of life left. You know.
I really think so. I mean, I have a lot of people when there's been suggestions of writing up a new lore or wiping the server. People has been contacting me saying, "Oh, you can't do this. We have so much going on. We have this and this and that. We really want to wrap up these stories." And if there's still a big level of engagement, why? Why just kill it off?
Right.
I don't see it.
Yeah, the population's been sitting pretty good. Usually, depending. I mean, unless you're on at the odd hour at like 3 in the morning or on a Tuesday, I mean, you still see like at least 10 people. But usually it's sitting a medium pop for the most part.
Yeah, it's not high and full like it was in the beginning, but that's always gonna be the case, I think.
Mm.
Something when you start a new season or iteration, people will play it a lot more in the beginning, exploring what's new, what's this, what's that. And then it slowly fades down into the more people that are really, I don't know, devoted is maybe the right word. People who keep getting at it over and over and over, and they want to return to their characters as often as possible.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to explore, and man, with the new update and just being able to build like whatever you want, it's, that and alone is like God. And I've never really been excited about building bases before in DayZ until now. It's like, well, now you can.
Yeah. Yeah, just being able to do stuff like this, putting fencing on the outside of these hunting cabins. That's something, I mean, there always been, either you put a fence on the outside of the door or you put it at an angle inside. Now you can actually build in the whole decking too. That's really cool. It's something really small, but
Yeah.
it makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, it just like boarding up windows from
Boarding up windows, yeah,
yeah.
that's really cool. It looks so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of buildings you had to just avoid and go around, build 10 extra fences just to get around the corner. Now you can build flush and neat. Curbs are not going to be an issue anymore. Heck, being able to build on slopes, just that is something.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it's a complete game changer. Hey, you can open up roleplay for new ideas. Like, I've always wanted to see like mermans and mermaids, like a big water base.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever see
I've been more
what
thinking like building something in a lake, building a bunch of watchtowers as a foundation, and then you can build a base on that, and then maybe build a few as a way to get out there too. Stuff like that. I would like to try and do something like it.
Mm-hmm. You ever see that maybe Waterworld with Kevin Costner, where he's got like the gills and shit behind his ears?
No, doesn't really sound familiar.
Yeah. I was just saying, I would love to see like a base out in the middle of the ocean. Maybe if somebody could drive like a Ada or like a truck, like a good 20 feet in the ocean, they can maybe get started standing on top of the Ada and building Uh,
Yeah, there's always the garden plots.
ah,
If you're just gonna do something temporarily, you can use garden plots to build like a bridge out over the water and stand on those. Construct your wooden things with the watchtowers and fences,
hmm.
and then remove the garden plots. That could be cool.
Yeah, yeah. Which brings me to my next question. Would you have any interest in the future of playing a merman with me?
Not a merman. This is a bit odd to me. No, sounds like we would just be constantly questioned for our sanity. But
Yeah. All right.
I mean, nothing
The
wrong with
fish
that.
people.
That could
Yeah.
be interesting, but I think also would be really hard to keep up and not get sick of it yourself.
It'd be like, if you when you're a cannibal, how you're constantly laughing. Except when you're a merman,
Oh,
you always got to make dolphin
you're all
noises.
sweat.
Yeah. You got you got to make fish noises as well.
Can only eat fish. Yeah,
Mm,
I mean that's not really a problem because fish is always the best food source.
yeah.
I
Especially
mean,
now you
I
could
could
carry
turn
them.
off, I could turn off all canned goods. I could turn off all the other animals, but I can't adjust the amount of fish that's available in the game.
Hmm. What about? Well, I suppose the same thing with wellies too. You're like fishing and you get a welly.
Yeah, yeah. Willies and pots are
Uh,
well the main things you can do, I guess. No, we can't control it. We can't even adjust the percentage of willies towards fish or anything like that. That's always going to be a really good tip if you're struggling for food. Try and find a way to go fishing.
yeah, definitely. Or if you got your base out in the middle of an ocean, you can just walk right out your back door.
Yeah, you can just fish all the time.
It's like I said, it really opens it up. I've gotten on sometimes just to build, not even worry about. I mean, I want to role play, but there's a time where it's like, man, I mean, building has gotten so exciting recently. It's can take up hours and hours of just planning out a little structure and
Yeah, I want to get on and try and find a few spots. I have a few spots that I always like. Oh, I want to build here. If only I could do this, do that, do that.
Mhm.
And now I can. That's the
Yeah,
best part. Now I really can.
I always thought that shipwreck off of the what's it, the northeast coast? I can't remember the name of it. That you see,
Riffy.
yeah, that you see in the menu screen.
Yeah, that's the gas zone, one of the static gas zones in
Oh,
Manila.
okay. Well, that's
So I
right.
mean, you gotta go on a community server where they move the gas zone. Like I don't know.
Ah,
Do you
yeah.
possibly know any server that doesn't have a gas zone there?
Oh, I, I was completely unaware that there was a. But I always thought that
Oh
would be
yeah.
a great place for cool base.
Yeah, it's always been hard to build there. It's been possible, but really really hard.
Mm.
Now you could probably do something really cool.
Yeah, you can like roleplay as pirates. Uh, no, it's
Really into the sea life.
yeah. Well,
Pirates and mermaids.
I'm ready.
I sense a theme here.
Yeah.
Soon you're gonna steal that boat and live on
Yeah. Oh God. Oh, if I had boats, that would be. I know we got bows coming. from what I hear. Is there like bow and
I mean,
arrows?
it's yeah, it's a rumor, but I mean they've added the what is it called feathers to be spawning when you cut up a chicken.
Hmm.
It's not added because it's not active in game, but they prepare the files, so it does suggest that we will get a bow and arrow, which is really awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many different guns. Take this. I mean, did we really need this? A lot of people will say yes, it's the best gun ever, whatever. Yeah, but I mean, something like a bow and arrow, something that's craftable. You got craftable ammunition, and it's totally silent. That changes up how you can play a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's another game changer. If you could just go around with a bow and arrow, you could be that. You could live out your Daryl Dixon fantasy. If somebody wanted to.
I'm gonna be Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the hood too.
All right.
You can really be Robin Hood. The witch hood, some brown hunting clothing, or some leather clothing, and then just bow and arrow
Mm-hmm.
with a quiver. I really do hope they put a quiver in also. If they
Yeah.
do it. So you can have them on your back. That would be cool.
I assume it would be long sticks and feathers would be the arrow recipe.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think long sticks are just sticks.
yeah. Oh, I hear you.
Sorry.
It's fine.
No, it's
I stayed up. I meant to try to do this earlier, but
yeah. While I was like, yeah, we can start as soon as I can get him to wake up.
yeah.
That's cool. That's always interesting when you're gonna try and organize things because of all the time zones.
Mhm.
That's also why some people might experience the server being really slow, and some others people they're having so much to do all the time. Because for me, say in about an hour or two, that's usually when the server really starts to pop off, and that's 1 or 2 a.m. for me. So most of the time, I'm not partaking in any of the big conflicts that goes on, simply because I'm asleep.
Right. Yeah, it's how much do you wish you had more playtime? Or I mean, I know you got to enjoy what you're doing.
I do enjoy what I'm doing, but yeah, of course I wish I had more playtime. I wish I
Yeah.
had more time overall
Right.
to do everything. But I mean, I get to play a few hours every second day, and that's not too bad. I know some people who even only play weekends, so
Yeah, like
it's still fun.
Yeah.
You can get in, you can be your character, you can meet some people, you can have some interactions and stuff like that. I mean, I can enjoy roleplay, even being by myself. I played on Lonely Roads a character that he didn't like the modern society, electronics, medicine, anything like that. And I ran solo for 2 months. Basically, more or less 90% of the time I was all alone. I didn't use anything battery operated, so I never had a radio. So I didn't know what was going on for most of the time. Interesting, but he
Kept
had
him,
his own things to do all the time.
kept himself company.
Yeah, Went hunting, went baiting, was building, was out there looting and destroying everything he found that was electronic, burnt meds and stuff like that. Whenever I met someone with NVDs, just grunted at them.
Disgusted. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess their RPs is about as good as you want to make it yourself. Well,
Yeah, I mean, I know people, they just play all the time. They never stop being in character. I know some people, they even have long monologues with themselves, say
Yeah.
after you've been robbed or something. Most people will just be quiet and maybe turn off the mic and swear a bit. Be like, fuck them, I gotta go get them. But then other people, they talk as their character all the time. And
Yeah.
that's really interesting. To really be that much into character that everything you think you say out loud or play it out as your character.
Yeah, I've come across a couple of dedicated role players that are incredible to watch. And I always say it takes two, I suppose, to tango. Uh, there's so many good role players on the server though. It's hard to have a
It is, it is.
bad interaction, you know. Role play's always out there. Oh, we get to see if this canopy or camouflage netting protects us.
I think it does. Yeah, oh, it stopped raining. Oh, it's raining. It's raining outside. It's actually not raining here. That's perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you're standing here. It sounds like it's raining. But if you go stand over here, it doesn't.
Oh yeah.
There's only the flies after you kill the Wyla.
Yeah. I
So you wanna have a
Horrible.
shot at trying to blow up the mine?
Oh yeah.
Mine over there?
Let's do it.
I blew up the one on the pillow closest to this one. So we have to go for the second one.
Oh, so it actually does detonate when you shoot it then.
Yep.
Oh shit. Was it like right at the bottom of the?
Yeah, it's just above the gray part.
Yeah. I'm really embarrassing myself here.
Yeah, I dropped mine.
Boom. Yeah, definitely blew up. Definitely got it.
Yeah, of course.
That was a big explosion. I can't even.
No
I
shots.
I can't even see it. Hey, man. That's Hey, man, you can play some mines
Oh.
above the ground.
It's a bit hard. You got the scoped one. Yeah. Thought I had it.
Oh yeah, you want this? You want this one kind of doing? Or? I don't think there's any ammo in there.
scope doesn't do much.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's still out there.
Can might be a
You
dud.
gonna run over and
Yeah,
check?
yeah, I could go see. It's
Get cold and die.
good God. I'm so not used to third person. It's kind of amazing. Oh yeah, I think it's definitely no, yeah, yeah, it's totally there. Miss. The water is protecting me. What? Might drown now. I don't know. Can you drown? Perfect time to find out. Yep. I must have drowned. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely out there.
Oh yeah, I can see.
I didn't know you can drown in the game. I had no idea.
Oh, you drowned?
I
You
guess.
Ancon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think if you go Ancon underwater, you die.
Oh. Hey, learn something new every day.
So there should be one other one out there.
Do those respawn every time the server restarts?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Unlike events, all these items they get put back in on restart. So even if you take up all this food and all that, guns and all that, next restart is gonna be new.
Oh man, that's gonna be perfect for a
So
podcast.
that's special for doing. I mean, we're not gonna do loot spawns with them, obviously, in the main iteration, because then yeah, I mean, you can just go there and there will always be a new M4 after restart or whatever.
Right.
But maybe for some events, special occasions, it can be used to spawning guns and stuff like that.
Oh. Mikkel says you can also have a heart attack from too much morphine. Didn't know that either. Huh.
Isn't it from too much EpiPens or is it morphine?
Ah.
I thought it was EpiPens.
Somebody in the chat said, well, it could be EpiPens too. I didn't know you could OD.
Probably both. That's sweet. I wonder how much it takes. I gotta go wash my hands. Have you been around the whole place? Show cost the audience.
Oh yeah. Let me do a little tour here. This was all Meatball's creation. And it's pretty pretty badass. Look at these logs. Look how perfectly they're. It looks like legitimate. Like somebody just meticulously stacked each and every one over here. Then we have the amount of honey. Oh, and the logs in the back over here. That's really nice. No, when I first saw your video that you sent me about this place, I was thinking, holy crap. Um,
Yeah, and this took me maybe 1 hour to do.
oh wow, it's not. You gotten so used to the codes and everything now. You can just kind of.
But this isn't even coding. This is just click and drag and place.
Oh wow.
Uh, and I mean, the whole editor, it even saves it in the right format for me, so I don't have to do any coding anymore. Yeah. These gates are used as a fence. It looks like a fence when it's closed.
All right, it works. Oh, Michael, my bad. Sorry, Michael. Terrible
This has
thing.
to be weirdest site in the game.
Yeah. God. I don't think I've even.
It's the same. It's almost the same as asphalt.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sounds beefy. Well, I'm probably gonna. I think that's how. Thank you so much for letting us use this place too. It's like a new podcast. I think that's how we're gonna end the podcast from now on. We're gonna have somebody, the guest, stand over there by the mine, and then shoot the.
Yeah. Shoot. Shoot it.
Yeah.
Oh. It would have been a nice ending for you, Mr. Danger Boom, if you would just cut the podcast off when I shot you over
Right.
there. Or,
So like,
I
that's
didn't shoot you, I shot a mine. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course you're gonna let the guest shoot, and you're gonna be standing out there.
Yeah. Or the Wyla. Wyla would probably be great for that. Just have her stand right over there.
Yeah, the first one was really easy to shoot at. Maybe with a proper scope you can hit the ones further back.
Yeah.
Say hunting scope and some ammo for the Tundra.
Like, thank you so much for coming on the show. Boom. Yeah, Michael says
Boom.
spray the guests. But yeah, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna,
Yeah, anytime.
if you could, whenever you're ready to end this bad boy, just go ahead and light me up. But appreciate. Oh. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna end it there, and I can't wait to do the next one. Thank you so much, Meatball. Really appreciate that. That is much love for that. Thank you a lot. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Later.